Hello. Hello. So my name is Deshawn. So today's topic, I'll be sharing key ideas from the Head Start video addressing infant and toddler behavior that challenge adults. So these resources can teach us how to better understand and respond to challenging behaviors for young children. One important point that I like to make that has behavior has meaning, infants and toddlers behaviors. So the way that they communicate is kind of different than we do because we can kind of verbally tell people what we want, what we're needing. With infants, it's typically they can't really use their behaviors or communicate. They typically just cry, they fuss, they're acting very sleepy, kind of what they're wanting. With toddlers, typically they're pointing or they're communicating or they keep pointing. Like my son, he loves when he wants something, he loves to point at kind of what he's wanting, or he'll drag your hand to kind of where he's wanting to. So typically that's kind of normal in toddler behaviors. Another key idea is to build strong, trusting relationships. When children feel safe and connected to their teachers, they learn how to calm down and kind of express their different comfort, different levels of, responses towards the teachers. They typically tend to calm down, especially if they're very comfortable with you. Um, when children know what to expect, they feel more in control and behave better. Um, Also, another key point is when child does something challenging, it takes a moment. Let them take a moment to breathe and think before responding. That kind of helps, especially with older children. I feel like that kind of helps too, because when I used to work in the classroom, if I had like a child that was kind of, they kind of had like a lot of, behavior moments kind of thing. It was like kind of I would have like a one-on-one with them and like, hey, let's communicate and let's do this and let's do that. And typically, they would calm down and respond better. Um, when child does something challenging, it takes um, challenging. I also like to do something positive. Like, okay, so you did this today, and we meet our goals. So we're going to, maybe get an extra 30 minutes of recess or something like that kind of thingy. Um, Another key idea to build trust in relationships um, is simple things like getting down on their level, using a calm voice, and showing comfort. Like me, I like to, when I was in the toddler classroom or with the infant classroom, I like to get on their level. With the infants, if I noticed a child was just very fussy that day, I would kind of, hold them more, cuddle with them with more, getting down on their level, just so they can kind of, get, sometimes, people just need human interactions. And, sometimes if a person does not have that, it kind of gets very frustrating. Um, so yeah, that kind of concludes my video. Challenging behaviors. It was basically the summary of everything, and which is a normal part of us growing up as people. Um, but my name is Deshawn. I am a CTC student. I think this is ECCE 21102. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, but I think it's 21102. But thank you for watching my presentation.